Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chelsea and welcome if you are new. So I have another scammy, in my opinion, company that I would like to talk to you guys about. And this one actually has been covered by it's been covered on the Behind MLM website, and they did like an extensive little blog about it. So, and I might quote it a few times here in this video. But well, let's just stick around and I'm going to tell you guys, with the help of our friend Vince, about at cost metals. So, the biggest thing for me of why I felt like this was such a huge red flag, aside from, a lot of other people agreeing with me, is that when you go to their website, when I've been trying to see what exactly it's about, aside from Vince's videos, because he has mentioned this a few different times, but you go to the website at cost metals, and I have it up on my computer in front of me, but it literally just shows you how you can sign up. So there is no about page, there is no how it works page. It's just all coming soon because they are in pre-launch. So this is a pre-launch get in while you can early type of pyramid scheme trying to disguise itself as an MLM. In my opinion, there's no way this is going to last very long. As soon as the FTC kind of gets wind of it, there's no way they won't shut this down. But again, all in my opinion. So, but I really wanted to go over the compensation plan with you guys, because right now I feel like that's going to be the most of what you find if you are really good at digging in and finding that extra research. Obviously, my biggest thing, go to behindmlm.com. They have all that information for you, but we are going to go over the comp plan. Like I said, with the help of our friend Vince, who presents himself as a public figure. So we are going to let him explain the compensation plan, and I am going to break down why what he is explaining is not as good as he's saying it is. And we're just going to kind of, do some typical comp plan education. Don't sign up for a scam video, so that way you guys know not to sign up for this nonsense. And once again, I just feel like I really want to stress this too. I know it's in my disclaimer, but everything I am saying in this video is my opinion based on what I have found on the internet about this company. And I am just doing this for educational purposes and entertainment purposes for anybody out there who's interested in this company, or anybody out there who just is interested in scam content. So let's get started.
All right. So welcome, team, gang, friends. Vin here, Saturday afternoon. I want to say welcome to the folks that are watching live or the replay, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube or somewhere out there in the interwebs. I want to say welcome, and I'm going to jump right into it. So always with anything, with any type of home-based business you're involved in, I think best practices are to share how you were approached and why you got started, and then direct people to the information. So I'm going to do that. But what I'm going to add to is, in a training type of fashion, we're going to go over.
So he's just always tell your why you're in your business. That's where you pull at people's heartstrings and you try to get them to do this business with you. So that's what he's talking about. And we'll get to hear his, I guess. So that should be interesting. By the way, I found this guy from doing my Transact Card videos, because he was somebody that was really involved in Transact Card. So he has just kind of moved on to, another MLM company, like many of them do. And you're going to see that this one is pretty much on that same level of Transact Card ridiculousness. And since it's in pre-launch, we get to kind of watch this unfold, if it even gets a chance to.
Are you being compensated enough for your home-based business? And I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison between precious metals, at-cost metals, and traditional network marketing. So I've been in.
I love that we're going to get that comparison. So you guys are going to love this. I did watch this video ahead of time. I probably should have prepped where exactly I wanted to cut him off, but it's okay. So yeah, you're going to see this and oh, it's so ridiculous. It's just one of those things, that just makes you say how in the world is this even happening? So let's listen, see what else he has to.
Networking for 15 years. I was approached about this at cost metals. It made sense to me. 5 different people approached me, and I decided to get started because of the current political wins, social wins, economic wins. That's my shortened version of it. Precious metals, silver and gold. You can look anywhere, and everyone's talking about as far as economic times and the devaluation of the U.S. dollar. What's going on in the economy? Look, I mean, watch other videos about that, about the overviews. I want to get into the training now. I just want to say, if you're on Facebook now, let's just say,
That's his why. So his why is because of the state of the economy. So that's kind of really sad because we are in a place right now, and like I don't want to like get political or anything, but we are in a place right now where a lot of Americans are struggling. And so obviously that's going to pull on a lot of people's like worries and stuff. Like it's basically he's saying he's going to solve that problem for you, that oh, you're broke, you can't, or you're worried about your future, you're going to, you know, lose your retirement or whatever it is that people are out there telling you. He's the one saying that he can solve this problem. So that is the first thing to watch out for, especially for this one, because this is essentially like an investment type of MLM. So, and also this is not financial advice, but like if you want to invest in something, like go through a company like Fidelity or whatever. There's a bunch of Fidelity, Vanguard. There's a bunch of them out there. I mean, find the one that works best for you. Talk to somebody that can help you and answer the questions. Don't go in there blindly doing it. But you definitely do. The point I'm trying to make is you do not have to join an MLM to invest in stuff. But let's see why Vince thinks that investing through the MLM is a better comp plan or is a better option by reviewing this comp plan with him.
here, I'm going to go to Facebook, and you're watching this from this channel. The reason we do it this way is I'm live streaming to Facebook. You could just go up to guides at the top here, and we're going to have a lot more content here. But you can watch a 13-minute video. Carl does an amazing job about the MS70s, why secure your future, why investing in precious metals makes sense. And then if someone sent you a link like this, as far as there's a 13-minute video, you could secure a position right now for $25. Make sure your friend's name is right here or their username. But 25, I mean, that's what I did. I secured a position because it's a binary.
Make sure you put your friend's name there so that way they know that they've been recruited and that you're in their downline. Yes.
I think I'm going to show a little of that in today's training. There is an AI that does a compensation plan. I personally like to go deeper into it, and that's what we're going to do on today's training. Here's another overview, and here's something similar, a video I did that's similar to the video I'm going to do right now. If you're unfamiliar with network marketing, I'm just going to show here. This is businessforhome.org, and this is the total commission payout of 2021. Doesn't have it updated with 2022. But we're speaking about an industry that is $46 billion a year annually is paid out. 46 in commissions, 46 billion.
$46 billion annually paid out in commissions. Sure, that sounds like a huge number, but when you're looking at the amount of people that are in MLMs, the amount of MLM companies that are out there, and then you kind of break it down into that, sure, like as somebody that was in an MLM, I did get commission payouts, but I lost money. So it's like you can't, like this number just standing alone right here, if you are educated about this industry, in obviously a different way that he is, the right way, you understand that that number, while it sounds big, if you look at the bigger picture of where that number is coming from, it's not like a bunch of rich people are in MLMs. So I guess that's the point I'm trying to make here. You get it, right? You get what I'm saying?
3.8 billion per month, almost 1 billion per week, and $126 million per day is paid out in commissions in the network marketing home-based business space. And that is growing as we speak because of the political wins, the social wins, the economic wins. People have access to the internet, not obviously. And so building a business.
It's growing because people are, well, he says it's growing. Do we have proof of that? I don't know. But if it is, it's because people are having a hard time getting jobs outside of work, or they're really desperate to work from home. So they are essentially falling for these, what I think are scams. And just because like you're in the company doesn't always mean you're active, or just because you're active in a company doesn't mean you're actually making money. Regardless of whatever commission take home you make, it's still a lot of times, more often than not, it's not profit for you, even though you're taking home a commission.
Online makes sense. No manufacturing costs, no shipping costs, no branding, packaging, handling, no employees, no headaches of a traditional business, no geographical boundaries, right? If you have a traditional business, basically it's your zip code, your county, your city, your state, your country. This is something that pierces the economy. This type of online business pierces the economy of your zip code, of your city, state, county, of your home, right? So
This type of business pierces the economy. No, I and like it how he's saying like it pierces the economy like in your town, your area, your zip code, whatever it was zip code that he said. But it's like when you're in something like this and when it's a product based company, obviously this one is an investment, but when it's a product based company, you're just creating like competition for yourself. So it's not a good, I don't like, because it's one thing to have like two Starbucks in one area or something, but this is becoming way oversaturated, like way more than that. For every Starbucks you can find like 10 people probably inside of it selling the same MLM. I don't know, that's just random numbers, don't take my word for it. Obviously I'm just kind of spitting out numbers to kind of show the saturation factor is way worse for MLMs than it is for any other business. And that there's it's I it's not really piercing the economy. I don't know, I guess I just don't, maybe I don't fully understand what that actually means, but what he's saying is irrelevant because people that are on MLMs don't make money more often than not. So I think I've said that like 5 times in this video already. So let's move past it.
having a home-based business when I got started 15 years ago may have been a little strange. I get it. But not having a home-based business right now, I think, is strange. So people are looking for a home-based business, and a lot of people are involved in home-based business, excuse me. And what I want to share with you is this.
Exactly.
Your daily activities in running a home-based business are generally the same, no matter what you're selling. You could be selling $10 memberships, $500 high ticket, all right? You could be selling a traditional network marketing. It could be wellness, banking, energy, telecom, legal, finance, Tupperware, home goods, eyelashes. I mean, there's so many different things that you could be selling, but are you being compensated for your activities? Meaning it's usually this. It's usually you have a list of friends that you invite to look at a presentation, and then you follow up with them, and we collect decisions. It's not necessarily up to us. It's up to the people that are reviewing the information as to whether or not it makes sense and they want to participate, right? I mean, does that make sense? So it's a matter of exposing people in a nice enough fashion to a concept and collecting decisions. That's what.
Yeah, you're collecting decisions, but you're also pressuring them into making that decision, into joining you, telling them that it's the best decision they're ever going to make in their life.
That's all it is. Again, whether it's a $10 membership, $150 a month wellness product, or what we're speaking about right now in precious metals. I personally have removed all emotions in business. It's what makes sense. What is their market demand? Is there market value? And is there retention? Okay, I'm way too busy to be involved with businesses that, one, don't pay, or two, don't move in the marketplace, right? So we're always looking for something that moves easily in the marketplace. And at this point, just a conversation of precious metals is a very easy conversation. Before I get into training, real quick, I'm going to say that it's a concept that has been done before. I know there's a lot of innovative new concepts out there that are very interesting and intriguing.
So he's right. This concept that he is about to explain to you that has been done before, it is something that got shut down real quick, and it's something that I even almost became a part of, and it was doing the same sort of thing where you were investing in a cryptocurrency. And I remember when they were trying to recruit me into this, I was like, well, what's the difference between like buying cryptocurrency, through an investment company or through, like stocks or whatever. And the difference was that there is a whole matrix surrounding this where you get spillover from recruiting. And it just basically like it's the pyramid scheme factor, in my opinion, that like he'll explain it to you. And he even says the words pyramid scheme. So, like, yeah, this is going to be a real train wreck if this is going to be a real train wreck.
And intriguing and exciting and could potentially be incredible, but they're not proven concepts. So I participate, just so we know and clear, in multiple affiliate plans currently. But what I do is when I see something that can move and be extremely profitable for others, which in turn makes it profitable for me, right? And you, that's where I put my energy and focus, because it's all about that path to get to people to $500 a month, 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, and beyond that, right? So I'm going to share with you some numbers right now, and I'm going to do a comparison between precious metals and traditional MLM. And again, if you're a guest and you're looking at this and you're not involved with network marketing or MLM or the pyramid business or these type of online, that's okay. You can either watch this or not watch this.
That one, the pyramid business, just a pyramid business. No big deal.
Watch this, and you could take a look at it. Does precious metals make sense for you, like it does for me and so many others, just to purchase them in general, just to exchange some dollars every single month, $75, $150. Some people want to exchange $1,000 a month, $10,000, but a very small amount, right? And it just simply exchange it for precious metals, because the value of precious metals continues to grow more so than the decline of the dollar. Does that make sense? So if this doesn't interest you, this whole MLM talk, this pyramid business talk, that's fine too. We also want to welcome you to the group and just check it around, check it out, right? But most people, once they really look.
Genuinely, I'm curious what what like qualifications he has to be talking about finance. I mean, I obviously am not any sort of financial advisor, and I'm not here to give you actual financial advice, but I am here to let you know that this is probably not a good idea at the very least, because I don't want you to lose out on money, and there is a really good chance that you will if you invest in this company.
And get past the whole, is that a pyramid thing? They realize, wow, this is a smart, this business just makes sense, right? One last thing I'll say, we're going to get into it, is when you watch a training like this, a lot of times we think, can I do it? Like, can I do it? Is it worth it? And one of the reasons I illustrate a training on a group like this, on Facebook or just in public, is because we want to let you know that we're going to assist people in getting better and developing skills and help people. The network marketing business model is designed. I mean, Robert Kiyosaki calls it the perfect business. He's written books about, not just Robert Kiyosaki, so many others, that it's designed in a fashion, in a way that if you are coachable, if you're an honorable person and you are hungry, then we can assist you in learning the skills. It's just a matter of, if you stay close to the people that are willing to teach you and help you and assist you for free, by the way, then we can assist you. Okay. So with that, let me just jump right into the training. If anyone has any questions, throw them in the chat, throw them in the Q&A. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison between precious metals and traditional MLM. Traditional MLM has traditionally been wellness products that help you look good, feel good, lose weight, less aches and pains, all the things that interest me that I obviously need. But when it comes to building a business,
nobody needs wellness products from an MLM. Sometimes, yes, you could need wellness products. Yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, he's just like, I mean, I feel like what he's trying to say here too is like a traditional MLM has a product to distribute to people, meaning this one does not have a product to distribute to people.
It's all about math for people that are business minded, right? Does that make sense? So, traditional MLM is $150 a month traditionally. Okay, I know there's some that are 90 or 160 or 189 or 125. For this exercise in this training, we're going to compare $150 to $150 with precious metals, And again, precious metals is minimum $75 a month, or you could just acquire a new membership once per month to stay active. But again, we're illustrating in this training $150 a month.
You could acquire a new membership to stay active. So you have to pay monthly to stay active. That's what that sounds like. Like, so is so, even it was just for math's sake, it was $100 a month. That's $1,200 a month, and he's just like, yeah, that's just to stay active. Like, what? I don't know. We'll get more into why, like, the this whole video. Oh my gosh.
Compared to $150 a month, and let's get into it. So, $150 a month over the course of 12 months, traditional versus precious metals. Now you see here, traditional MLM, you're in the red every single month, whereas you stay in the black with precious metals. And this is enormous. This is colossal information, because let me just stop for 1 second quick. If you have a rental property, like any business out there, whether it's a restaurant or let's just say an investment property, a rental property, and it's a 2-unit and 1 unit is vacant, and every single month you're in the red, that business is in trouble. If every single month you own a restaurant or any type of traditional business and you're not covering the cost of your overhead for that business is in trouble. This is why when I look at a network marketing business, and a lot of us do, we've been around, right? That if the people that get started are in the red every single month, no matter how great the product is, you're in trouble until you can get them out of that.
I love that he is also kind of like debunking the regular MLM industry, where like no matter what, if you had to spend $150 to stay a part of this, yes, oftentimes you are actually at least receiving a product for that $150 a month. You have to buy the products to stay active, and that is something that he's not highlighting. So I mean, yeah, obviously you're spending money on products and you're in the red, but at the very least you're getting a product out of it, so it makes it feel a little less scammy. It's just that typically you're getting like an overpriced product. You could find something that works just as well, with a much lower cost at like a local vitamin store, or for fuck's sake, you can probably find it at Walmart, like a very comparable product to what you're getting. So that way you actually would not have to spend $150 in exchange for those products. It's just that you're told that if you do stay active and you buy these products, then you can sell them and make a commission. So that's like the caveat with that. Like, and again, not to like defend MLMs, well, they're getting a product out of it. It's just that like they're getting a very overpriced product, and it's how you get sucked into those anyways. But it's funny that he is kind of also still trying to say like you're wasting your money in an MLM, but you wouldn't be wasting your money here. But you're also not getting anything immediately in exchange for that. So it's an investment is what he's going to try to explain to us, and he'll try to explain to us why it's a good investment.
Being in the red, that business is going out of business. And this is why, again, we're not knocking any network marketing companies. I have a love-hate with the industry, but it's a challenging business when people get on and off auto ship all the time, right? Is that fair enough to say? So precious metals is just a different concept. Traditional MLM, you're in the red every single month. Precious metals, you're in the black. And what does that actually mean?
It's like this guy like almost gets it. Like he's so close to seeing that like MLMs are pretty, scammy. And yeah.
Mean is that money is spent in traditional MLM and money is exchanged with precious metals. It's invested. You're taking paper and getting back precious metals for it, and you're holding that, right? So product is consumed in traditionally, right? If it's a shake or whatever that product may be.
So that if it's consumed, it's not wasted. I'm just clarifying that. But I do appreciate this guy's like mindset and trying to explain like how a regular MLM is not as good as this. But yeah, we'll see that this is not better.
Where product is accumulated with precious metals. Traditionally, products value decreases over time. Of course it does. They have expiration dates. Product value increases over time with precious metals. Now, again, past results do not dictate future results. It's the same thing when I got started with a Roth IRA, a 401k, a 457 plan, any investment plan. Anyone's going to tell you that past results do not dictate future results. And by the way, this whole video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not saying that anyone's going to make any money. You have to have this proper skills, mindset, and execute to have a business that becomes profitable. Again, we'll help you do that. So product increases over time, where here the product depreciates. If you have products sitting around, they depreciate. Precious metals, the product appreciates.
It can appreciate or depreciate, just like when you're investing in any stocks. You can't guarantee its value going up or down. You can see trends right now, but then, like he was saying, the past doesn't predict the future. So since the past doesn't predict the future, he also, I mean, he did say that he can't guarantee that you will make money, but it's just like, if you're saying you really need to be educated in this and you need to make sure you're making the right decision for you, then let's just like put a pin in the fact that he said that for later in this video when he explains the part where you don't have to recruit people, but here if you recruit people, that's how you're going to make money. Like, sorry, spoiler alert, but that's what's coming right now. He is going to try to say it's not different, but you will see that it is different. There's just no product involved, and that's yucky.
Product can be stored in the garage, a cupboard, or a cabinet traditionally, where you store the precious metals in a home vault. I just love the whole concept of me holding on to precious metals. Even with mutual funds, I can't touch them. I'm just, you can't touch them. There's a penalty to take it out. When you have your precious metals, it's just the more you immerse yourself into this, like I am, the more interested and excited I become about this. And knowing that it's the right move, in addition to everything else that we're doing for our finances, for our family. So, traditional MLM products are thrown in the garbage, right? I mean, you could sell them on eBay if you have products, but generally, I usually just throw them away. I hate to do it, but I don't take the products every single month. No one will ever throw away precious metals. My wife doesn't say, hey, babe, listen, on the way out, can you get rid of that precious metals? Can you just throw them in the garbage?
You're absolutely right. People are probably not just going to throw away like silver and gold and whatever precious metals are being sold here. But like, so if I want this to be money, like, I'm starting a home-based business because I want to make money now. I need to pay the bills. Why? I can't pay my bills with silver and gold. That I can't just like offer that to my landlord to like solve my problems. Like, this is not actually going to give me what I need. This is something that, again, like when you just talked about mutual funds, like invest that way. I don't know how to do that. Don't come at me like, well, where do I go? I don't know. But I just know that this is not, so you're just going to have a safe full of like just gold coins and stuff, because if you look on the website you can actually see some of the stuff that like is in there. So it lets you see like the shop, and then it lets you sign up or like pre-register, whatever it is. So I just think it's funny that it's like a home-based business. So in my head, and all these people that are wanting home-based businesses, they're trying to create an income now, and this is only maybe these things will increase in value and maybe they won't. While you can see that they might be increasing now, we don't know that it's going to be like that forever. And again, that's just my opinion. I am not fully educated in this, but I do know that I can't pay my rent with a silver coin. That's all I'm trying to say.
Them in the garbage. It's never happening. So again, $150 a month in the red and $150 a month in the black. So if you look here, traditional MLM, after 1 year, that's $1,800 depleted. So $150 every single month over the course of 12 months is $1,800. And where with precious metals, it's maintained. Right? So you're saving money. That's the whole point of it. So let's just round it up to 2,000 for simple math purposes. And look what happens over the course of 5 years. Over the course of 5 years, traditional MLM, if you're buying that product every single month, you depleted $10,000. When you think about it, imagine a pitch. Someone says, hey, check out this new product. It can help you look good, feel good, lose weight, let's take some pains, all those good things that we all want. And if you stay in the product for 5 years, it's going to cost you $10,000. This is why people are like, what? It doesn't even make sense, where we know the mindset going into purchasing precious metals isn't like, hey, I'll try the metals for a month or 2 and 3 and see how it works for me. That's not the mindset. I didn't do that with my 401k, 457 Roth IRA. No one does that.
No, you don't do that with those things. You expect that to be a future investment. And I just feel like Can we, at the very least, not talk about this as it being a home-based business? Because I'm just not seeing how that's a home-based business. For me, this is just a way to invest. Dang, we are still not at the pyramid part. Shit.
It's an investment. So after 5 years, you want to have $10,000 saved, and that's without value increasing. All right. And that's not without other concepts that we have to acquire even more metals with the affiliate plan over time. So it's an enormous difference. I'm just doing math here, guys. I'm not knocking anything. This is just math. Okay. So again, one's in the red, one's in the black. And if you see here, it goes from in the red here on the left, and then it goes up a little bit. What happens? We know what happens. After 3 months, more people drop off, because especially now more than ever.
It's only in the red because you made it red on your slide. I'm just saying. But yes, these people are losing money. Yes.
It's hard for people to stay on auto ship for a product if they're in a deficit every single month, as opposed to exchanging some dollars for metals. You're getting the value there, right? You see this happen. Traditional MLM, you have these products and they become garage qualified. Sometimes you got to just keep buying the product, even if you're not using it, to be qualified. Whereas stacking metals, that's the whole point. The whole point is to stack the metals. Yeah, clearly you can't consume them, and that's the desired outcome. So they're both using the MLM network marketing business model because it makes so much sense. That's why I showed in the beginning businessforhome.org, because it makes sense to millions of people around the world. It pays out billions of dollars in commissions.
No, it doesn't, Vince. I'm sorry, but it doesn't.
It makes sense, the model itself, but it's a completely different concept actually when it comes to precious metals. Well, let me go back to one last one here. So yes, these become expired and you throw them away, and this never expires. They're legacy assets. As a matter of fact, if you look at some of the overviews, you'll see that some coins are actually collectible, so they increase geometrically over time. Okay, that's another major factor, like baseball card. Now we're looking monthly. It's $150 a month in the red with traditional, and $150 a month in precious metal. So your first goal is to make $150 a month, is it not? So if I'm spending $150, you want to make $150 just to break even. So you've got to build a team here. How big of a team is the question? And whereas in precious metals, you don't have to build a team. You're paying yourself first every single month. So let's just do, now we're going to get into the numbers.
No, you're not. You're buying precious metals. You're not paying yourself. You can't pay rent with that. Why is that the wording that he's using? It's killing me right now. Like, I, it's just going to get worse from here. Like, we are at the good part. We're at the good part.
And a dollar for dollar thing. And this is an example. I'm not going to do a 600, 400 cycle, or a 600, 300 cycle, or a 300, 100 cycle on with traditional MLM. I could do those all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. And I'm telling you right now that the numbers work out almost identically, whether it's cycle-based or volume-based. In this case, I'm going to do a volume-based traditional MLM. Now, if all that stuff I just said doesn't make sense to you, that's one of the issues in networking, is people get into business and they don't even know what the comp plan is. That's stupid to me. Look,
they don't know what the comp plan is because, yeah, this is just more like general MLM education, not necessarily about this company. But people don't understand MLM comp plans because they're so goddamn complicated. Like, it's not. And then when they get recruited, though, the comp plan isn't fully explained to them. They're just told that you can make money 12 ways and that you make 10% commission. And then depending on what package people you recruit by, you make money off of that. Like, and then you get a recruitment bonus. And it's like, you can kind of understand it. But at the end of the day, it's like, it shouldn't be that complicated because those comp plans have so many different layers. And once you make it to a certain point in the comp plan, then your commissions go up or whatever. It's so dumb, but that's why people don't understand it. But they sign up because they're told that it's easy. So guys, if it sounds too good to be true, It probably freaking is. So, all right, let's get back to Vince.
Look, if you opened a restaurant and you said, "Oh, I just love the food, it's great," and you don't ask any questions, right? How much is my overhead? How much is all your overhead? All your business questions. You don't ask that. That's foolish. Is it not?
Well, if you're opening a restaurant, you have to have like a certain amount of capital. You're most likely getting a business loan. You actually can't just walk into a restaurant and be like, hey, I'm going to open one of these without qualifications. They don't let you do that. But for an MLM, you just have to have a heartbeat and be willing to give them your money in hopes for a higher exchange. That's what's going on here. So it's like that you can't compare opening a restaurant to an MLM. It's just not because you don't own your own business when you start an MLM. You don't. You're just a salesperson for a bigger company. You're not a business owner, like point blank, period. That is a fact. You can make your own hours and work whenever you want, but you do not own that business. You do not have control over the products. You do not have control over the customer service. You don't ship those products out yourself. Nothing. You don't own your own business. It's just not the truth.
But no one asks this in MLM because it's like, well, you can lose weight while you sleep or whatever it may be. All right. I'm not bashing it. I want to lose weight while I sleep. I'm just saying if you don't know your numbers, it's ridiculous. A rental property. Oh, I don't know the numbers. I don't know the conditions of the financing or the loan to value or my debt to income ratios. Why would I need to know that? It's such a great property.
Yeah, who is he talking about that would like blindly invest something? I feel like there's a lot less of those than he's thinking. Like, it's not that everybody that joins an MLM is going to go try to open a restaurant. Like, that's not, it's a completely different audience. Like, you have to actually qualify for that shit. You can't go in blindly, not know. You can be a little undereducated and not fully understand, but usually the people that go into that, more often than not, they're doing their research versus MLMs where they're being conned into it.
You need to know these things. And if you don't, you're going to waste precious time, months, maybe a year, maybe 2 years in a business and realize, oh, crap, because I've done that. We've all done that. A lot of us have done that. And this is why we have the quote unquote proverbial MLM PTSD. Because once you realize this is why it's very difficult to recruit an old school network marketing leader into some.
It's not MLM PTSD. It's like he might have been in a cult PTSD, in my opinion. Yeah, that's why you get frustrated with that.
Into some product-based business. It just is. All right. So $150 in product equals 100 points in business volume. 100 points in business volume times 10% of the lesser volume leg in a binary equals $10. Now, precious metals, $150 in metals is 40 points in business volume. This is what makes it easy. 40 points equals $40. You get paid $1 per point. You don't have to break out the calculator and say, how many 10% of my lesser volume? You don't have to do that. Okay.
But why is there BV? Why is there business volume if you're just investing? Why do we need that piece? It's not making sense.
So that's another thing is that it's easy, but let me get into it. So let's go. So basically, it's $10 a person on your lesser volume leg that spends $150 in traditional MLM, where it's $40 per person. As we go through this training, you'll see that it doesn't look like a lot here, but as your business compounds, it's a lot. Is my computer stuck? All right, no. So here, to break even, you need 15 left and 15 right in traditional MLM. Okay. What that means is 15 people times 100 points in.
All right, I got to cut it off one more time. So remember earlier in the video when he was talking about how you don't need to build a team here? He's about to explain that you need to build a team. So let's watch.
Business volume equals 1,500 points in business volume. 1,500 left, 1,500 right in traditional networking. That means 1,500 points times 10% equals $150. Now you broke even. That's the numbers. Those are the points. You could tell me all day long that we have a patent, the doctors, I have my the founder of the company is the greatest thing. That's the math. I don't care what anyone says. All right, there you go. So next, So month number one, when you have 1,500 left, 1,500 right, you made $150. Then the volume goes away and month number two begins. When 15 left and 15 right purchase their product, there's the 1,500 points, you make $150. After that month, the points go away and month number three begins. 15 left, 15 right, purchase the product, 1,500 left, 1,500 right, you get paid $150. All right. And this is basically how the business will go. 1,500 left, 1,500 right. All right. Month number four, same thing. 15 people, spend $150. That creates 1,500 left, 1,500 right. You get paid $150. Same thing, month number five. Okay. Month number six. And all the way through the remainder of the year. That's how that's going to go. Okay. So 15 left, 15 right. Should they all stay on ownership? They like the product. And that's what your business is going to look like. So you made $1,800 in income, and that's with 15 left and 15 right. Okay, so you spent 1,800.
I love that he's like, you'll make that much money from people on auto ship, and it's like you actually won't unless you're literally recruiting two different people every single level, because that $150 bonus is a recruitment bonus. That's not a commission bonus. The auto ships, you make significantly less. So he's even making a regular MLM sound better than it actually is. It's like way worse than that. I understand he's trying to do it for math purposes, but like, bro, it's so much worse. Like, come on.
You made 1,800 in income, 15 left, 15 right. Now, let's just see if you do the same exact activities. Now, this is why earlier in the training I said most businesses, for the most part, it's the same activities, no matter what it is. If you're sharing metals, if you're sharing weight loss, if you're sharing memberships, if you're sharing banking, whatever it may be, the process is generally the same. You have a list or Facebook list, you add people to a Facebook group, whatever it may be. The ratios of acquisition for a customer or an affiliate are generally the same. Of course, there's differences if something's really sexy, or something's dated, or something's saturated, whatever it may be. Those are intangibles, but the method of operation in acquiring a new customer or affiliate is the same. Does that make sense? So let's just say we're going to do an example with.
Yes, Vince, recruiting is recruiting. Recruiting is recruiting.
$150, 15 left and 15 right with precious metals. $150 in metals equals 40 points in business volume. 40 points equals $40. When you have 15 people left and 15 people right, 15 people times 40 points in business volume equals 600 points. Okay, so 600 points, 600 left. You need 500 points to make a cycle. 500 left, 500 right, pays you $500. So when you have 15 left, 15 right.
So you get paid $500 for recruiting people. So what you're saying is, like, that's the only way you get paid. And then the other money that you throw in there is like you're investing, whatever. But this is a freaking pyramid scheme. You're going to run out of people after, what is it, 13 levels or whatever they've said in those other videos that I know a lot of people have covered that. I think it's after, I know, oh God, I know John Oliver made a video about that amongst other people that have talked about it, but it's, yikes. Yikes. Just tell me it's a pyramid scheme. It's like a literal pyramid scheme against like the FTC's like definition of a pyramid scheme. Like there's no way that this is going to last. Like absolutely no way. At this point, it's like, yeah, sure, this is my opinion, but like, look at this. This is the comp plan. This is showing you that it's a pyramid scheme. Like you make $500 by recruiting two people. Okay. Yeah.
You made the cycle, you get paid $500. But 600 minus the 500 that you were paid on equals 100. So you got paid the $500 month number one, but you have 100 points remained left over for the next month, for month number two. You follow that? So now you have 700 points, 15 people left, 1,500 people right, create 600 points plus the 100 from last month. Did you make the cycle? Yes, you did. You get paid $500, 700 points, subtracts the 500 points required for a cycle equals 200 points left over for your next month. So you get paid your cycle, 200 points are left over for month number 3.
You also only get paid this if you can convince other people to join this scheme with you. Like, also, what happens if I recruit 3 people, 4 people, or is it just completing the cycle and then you don't get any more after that? So it's like a strategic type of like, I'm only going to recruit 2 people because that's how I complete the cycle, or whatever it is that makes you get that 500 BB. Dude, I can't with this. Like, regardless of like any of that doesn't matter. It's just me like asking questions like, why is this? Like, I don't. Ew, it's just so gross. Like, just a literal freaking pyramid scheme.
Month number 3, you have 15 left, 15 right, times 40 points equals 600, and 600 plus the 200 equals 800. You made your cycle, you get paid $500. 800 points minus the 500 points you were paid on is 300 points for month number 4 that rolls over. 300 left, 300 right, plus the 600 is now 900 left, 900 right. You get paid the $500 cycle. And now what happens is you have 600 points left, 600 points right. In month number 5.
Okay, I see. You just only have to complete the cycle. And then if you don't complete the cycle, I would imagine it just that BB rolls over so you can continue adding on to it rather than it starting over like it does in other MLMs. This one rolls over, but you're still literally only getting paid for recruitment. That's it.
When the 15 and 15 receive their precious metals, that's 600 left, 600 right, for a total of 1,000 left and 1,000 right. You get paid $1,000 on month number 5. This is what this small team here, 15 left, 15 right. Okay. Month number 6, it starts to.
That's 30 people. That's not a small team, bro. It is not that easy to recruit that many people to invest in a pyramid scheme that doesn't even have any products. And then you have to convince them that investing in precious metals is a good idea. And honestly, no offense, you can have a bunker, you can be a doomsday prepper, but that's your audience, basically. I feel like not everybody is down to invest in precious metals and just keep them in a vault in their house. That's not something that a lot of people want to do. Maybe just not a lot of people in my circle, and I'm missing something. I don't know. But yeah, still doesn't take away the fact that this whole thing, in my opinion, is a complete pyramid scheme and scam that everybody needs to stay away from.
Continue again. This pattern will continue again. The math is there. And every 5 months, in this example, you'll make $1,000. So it's 500 a month. And then month number 5 and 10 is $1,000 a month. And then it continues again, month number 11 and 12. So that's in this example, $7,000 in income with 15 left and 15 right with the precious metals business, compared to 1,800 in income where you just broke even here. See, on the right, precious metals, you're breaking even without telling anyone, because you're getting in exchange, you're paying yourself your ownership that maintains its value. It's silver and gold. It's precious metals.
Yeah, so just every month you get $150 worth of precious metals that you hope goes up in value. Like, I don't want that to just sit in my house. I can't pay the bills with that. Yes, I can pay the bills with this, but you're not paying yourself. I can't. When he keeps saying that, like, you immediately break even. That's just no, nope. Hard no for me.
And gold is precious metals. So the difference here is obviously enormous. So on the left, traditional MLM, let's recap what we just went over. You have 15 left, 15 right. You spent $1,800, okay? But all these people are in the red. That's the kicker here, is that everyone else is in the red. So your retention is going to take a hit. That's number 1. Number 2, they're all in the red. And so you made $1,800, you broke even, but your team is in the red for $1,800 each. Every one of these people is in the red for $1,800, unless they build a team of 30, 15 left, 15 right, and then they're, breaking even too. This is why the ratios, when you look at an income disclosure form for so many network marketing businesses, it's like less than 1% of people are making big money. Okay. So $150, 15 left.
That's going to be the same thing here. Less than 1% of these people, because you can only recruit so many people. and they can only recruit so many people, and then you're going to run out. There's always going to be somebody at the bottom that is not making any money at all, that is making significantly less money, that is never going to get those recruitment bonuses, and that is literally just going to be putting what they hope to be actual valuable money later down the road, that like they're shit you can't pay your bills with right now, stuff that will not help you immediately. And if I'm so, say the precious metals thing, yeah, it actually does comes to fruition. It's really valuable down the road. You can sell it somewhere, you can do whatever and get that money right away. The point is, I'm starting a home-based business now because I need money now. And that's anybody that is going to start a home-based business, that is what they want. So they are going to join for this part where you get the $500 a month. That's what they're going to join for. And not everybody is going to be able to do that because it's a literal freaking pyramid scheme. I'll say in my opinion for legal purposes, but god damn it, there is no way. By the definition of a pyramid scheme, once again, this is it. This is the one. Like, what are we doing right now?
15 right with precious metals, you invested $1,800. You see here, you spent $1,800, but here, obviously, a different mindset. We're investing. You invested $1,800. You made $7,000. You made $7,000 and acquired $1,800 in assets. Your team also acquired $1,800 in assets. So your team is in the black. It's just a very big difference, obviously. So what is the easiest path to $500 a month? That's the key. Anyone who's been around knows if you want to make 5 figures a month, you have to have an easy path for many people to make it to $500 a month. Is there work involved? Yeah, it's a business. I mean, come on. Can I get paid for doing nothing? Not really, okay? So the 15 here you see on the left is $150. That's $38 weekly.
Again, he says these things where it's like you almost realize it. It's like you almost realize it. And then you still keep trying to recruit people. Ah, so close. Vince, you're almost there.
Where on the right, it's 15 equals $500. Next, how many friends can you help get to 500 a month? So many people are tuned into WIIFM, what's in it for me? And I get that, but that's how we're wired. But the reality is, in networking, if you can't help people make money, you're going out of business. You may not know it yet, but you're on your way out of business. If you have people in your team that are not breaking even or making money, it's like a ship taking water. 50 people here in wellness equals $500. It's $125 weekly. But if you do the same amount of work, it's $500 a week here, okay? Team of 100 on the pay leg is $1,000 a month, but a team of 100 here, that's a full-time income, is $1,000 weekly, right? I mean, $1,000 weekly, I don't care how much money you're making. That changes things. That starts paying mortgages and stuff. So it really changes the.
And that's why this is dangerous, because it is going to be very hard for every single person in the company to be making top dollar like that. When he was talking about you only see so many people at the top, like making the big bucks, it's going to be the same here. It doesn't matter. That's how this pay structure works. Product or not, that's how this pay structure works.
Changes the dynamic in a household. Again, same amount of work. Are you getting compensated enough for the work that you're currently doing with your network marketing business? 200 on your pay leg is $2,000. That's $500 weekly. That's a nice income in wellness. But here it's $2,000 weekly. We're talking about a 6-figure income. Yes, it's a nice side income here in wellness, but the same amount of work. Now you have $2,000 a week. That's a 6-figure income. It's actually, it may be less work, because when you have people making money by doing this much work, as opposed to this, it becomes easier to build a business with a better story. I mean, obviously, am I missing something? Right? Maybe I'm nuts. So here you could see at a 6-figure income, guys, this is unheard of. If you've been around this industry, to make $2,000 a week, you usually have to have like a massive team. And here, listen, there's work to be done here, right?
That is a massive team. Like, you can't get that and maintain that. It's not going to keep working out for you. It's just, nope. No.
Done here, right? 1,000 people is $10,000 a month, where it's $10,000 a week in metals. See, that's a That's a colossal difference. This is serious income. $10,000 weekly. What if you took, I don't know, $2,000 of that weekly, and maybe you can still live off the 8,000 a week, and invested that into gold? 2,000 a week over the course of 5 years is $500,000 in gold. So when you look at the concept of precious metals, like, can I create a 401k, a 450? So can I compress time and take a 25 to 30-year career and compress it online part-time?
Investing in that stuff is absolutely different than what you're saying. You're not talking about the future of metals and how it's an investment and how that will turn into a good amount of money down the road, because you can't prove that. And again, that'd be awesome if it did. But what you are trying to sell right now is the possibility of making $10,000 weekly by recruiting 1,000 people into your downline. That is what you are doing. And that is such a scam, in my opinion. How do you not see that? Vinny, come on. Come on, Vince.
With a business, and is that business going to pay me the monies? Am I going to be compensated for my work? Okay, serious income. Next, 2,000. That's $5,000 a week compared to $20,000 a week. Look, let me go back. $260,000 annually is big money. It's enormous money, obviously, right? And so is 2,500. But here is seven figures for the same amount of work. It's a major difference. And if you look here, capping out at $30,000 weekly, we're talking about legacy income compared to serious income. Do the same work, $390,000 is mega bucks, right? For me, it is. I mean, some people say, I'm only making 30 a month. That's a lot of money. Here, $30,000 a week is a lot of money. Okay, same amount of work, and again, you have more people that could potentially be winning. So let's take questions right now. So the question was,
those people underneath you will not be winning. I promise you that. All right, I want to know the questions.
Just now, if you're watching somewhere else on YouTube or somewhere, are those direct recruits? No way. I mean, no, they're not. It's leveraged. This is a leveraged-based business model. So it's all about leverage. You tell 2 or 3 or 5 or 7 or 12 people. And when I say tell people, I don't tell people anything. What I tell people is why I'm doing this, how I was approached. I just said it. And that's all you really know how to do. If you're looking at this and watching, like, can I do it? Is it worth it? Best practices are speak about what's familiar, and you can't screw it up anyway. If I tell you how I got started and why I got started, I don't have to memorize anything about an MS 70 or 30 or the value of God. What do I have to know? I have to know that it makes sense to me. It's all over the news. People are talking about it. All over the news. Just go to the store and tell me how much money you're spending, and are you getting this? Like, is the value of your dollar increasing or decreasing? Right? No one's saying, think.
Right, but that's no reason to go out and spend $150 a month on precious metals and hoping that you can use it later. Because again, it's like you're just talking about how big this income is, and your whole job is to help people underneath you make that type of money. And it's just not going to be possible for everybody. Like, I feel like I'm just like talking in circles now because I'm just like so annoyed, and it's just like outrage. Like, if, like it's like I think he's watching and listening to me. I'm like, dude, listen to what you're saying. Like, yeah.
So this is why diversifying into precious metals, like I did everything, 401k, it just made sense to me. I watched this series of videos that I'll show you here, and this is basically how we do this. I tell people why I got started, and I said I watched these videos here. They made sense to me. I'm going to invite you over to this private Facebook group. We're talking about it here on this group. There's other videos you can watch in the guide. And if you want to take a position, then click the button to take a position for $25 for now. That $25 will be applied to your first order. All of your questions you're going to get from, there's a Telegram channel, professionally done overviews twice a week. Anything from the company comes from the company through a Telegram group, right? And so, because people have asked me about the company, who runs the company and where do they get the metals? I said, I show them where I got that information, because I don't know the guy that runs I don't know the JD. I don't know the guy personally. I don't go to baseball games with the guy. I listened to him. It made sense what he said. It made enough sense to me and belief enough for me to be doing.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense to me or Bonsai. Not at all. It doesn't. Right, Bonsai? Total scam.
Freaking Zooms about it, start a Facebook group about it. So it made sense to me. I mean, what else are we going to do as far as precious metals? I know personally, I'm not going to all of a sudden start researching precious metals and learning about it and buying it. I'm too busy. I have my workout clothes on right now. I'm going to the gym right after I'm finished with this.
Wouldn't you want to, though, before you start investing in it? What if only some of the metals that you make are actually, that you are purchasing through this little package are actually worth something, like in the future? Like, I don't know. Bonsai, do you think precious metals will get us a nice big $1 million cat house? He says no.
So let's take some other questions. Hey, when does the actual program start? Good question. There was an email that went out that I'll share with you from the company, and that's exactly how I do. We do it. Like I don't vouch for anyone but me. I know what I can commit to. I know what I'm going to do. Okay. Is there an official email swipe? What exactly does that mean? An official email swipe? There's an email from the company that they sent out regarding their launch. Let me see if there's any questions on the Facebook here. I'm going to go here and do this as well. Sorry, Facebook guys. I'm speaking to these guys over here on and gals over here on Zoom, right? So, and by the way, if you're watching the recording on YouTube, go and put some questions in, or take a spot. You know, take a spot or go through the funnel and check everything out. Take a spot in this thing. $25. Last night, forget it. We got this wonderful Asian fusion last night that cost us way more than a business does. So the flat dollar is almost. So this is from Tom over on Tom Rose over on Facebook. And Tom, I spoke. It was nice talking to you, by the way, Tom, yesterday. He knows more. He's been investing in silver for years. He said the flat dollar is almost worthless, while precious metals will never be worthless. In most cases, appreciates over time. Thank you for that, Michelle.
Great. Sure. All right. Let's take his word for it. That's true. Again, I can't pay my rent with that shit. Like, what? People, I don't know where to go to like exchange that and actually get like what it's worth. What do you do at that point? Like, I'm not, I don't know. And again, if you're going to invest in it, I just feel like take the pyramid scheme part out of it. If again, because I'm not educated in precious metals and what they could do for us in our future and blah blah blah, and maybe it is a real thing. I'm not going to knock it because I don't have education on that portion of this, but I do know that the business model that is surrounding this is certainly a pyramid scheme, and that's really the biggest takeaway that I want you guys to have here. You can feel free to invest in whatever you want that you believe is going to make you money, make educated decisions about it, but don't join a pyramid scheme.
Michelle, by the way, Michelle is crushing this, right? She's just a lot of fun, a lot of energy. And she says retention is everything. And if they're not making money or at least breaking even in this economy, it's even more difficult to retain. It's just true. I mean, look, if my first company I started with this juice company. Maybe you heard of a company called Monavie years ago. And if you got in that company in 2005, 6, or 7, and you lived in Southern Florida or Southern California, and you did the right things, you probably would have made 7 figures. Okay. Now, if
Would you
everyone
though?
still bought that juice and stayed on auto ship, then we'd be just sitting around collecting money, right? The market will either discipline you or reward you. So any of this comparisons I'm doing, this is not at all to knock any network marketing businesses at all. As a matter of fact, you want to make money so you can support people in home-based businesses. I go out of my way to support people in home-based business because I have zero allegiance to Target, Walmart, any of these woke ass, excuse my language, but any of these places, I don't, I'll do whatever I can to support another person, another family in a home-based business.
That is a really great gesture and like sentiment that you want to support people with home-based businesses. You want to support small businesses in your local community. That is something absolutely, but do not support people in pyramid schemes. I don't think that's a good idea because then they stick around for longer inside of that pyramid scheme and then continue to lose more money.
But when I'm running a home-based business, I want to, it's a business, right? It's not like, oh, my product's the best product. You can't get it anywhere else. Okay. And so here, let me go. All right. So any more questions? So to send to new prospects, that's the question. So the question was, is there an official email swipe? We have a few. There are a few out there, some like scripts type of things that you could do, yes. And if you don't have one yet, there are like landing pages that we have with a series of videos on it that you can put your enrollment link goes right to it. So you can send an email out and it says, hey, I got started with this. It looks great, script or whatever it is. And then go to the link below and you can secure a position. What I would do in that email, I would send the link to the landing page and the link to your enrollment for $25. I would send both in the body of that email. Also, what I would do is in sending out your emails at first, do one at a time. Okay, this way you make it like, hey, John, listen, I know you're busy, and then put your information. Does that make sense? As opposed to email blasting everyone. Unless, of course, they opted in through a funnel and they're on a CRM and they already know you. Okay, they know you as a marketer and that you're pitching them something. Okay, but with friends, I would do 10 a day, do 100 in a day. All right, and I wouldn't do them in bulk.
10 or 100 in a day. Jesus. Gosh, that reminds me of when I was in rank makers. Ugh. Terrible. Terrible. Bye, bonsai.
Each, right? Yes, to send. So we have that. Reach out to because it says an anonymous attendee. So if you want, you can reach out to me or reach out to your active upline. And this is a training, so I will say this last thing, or might not be, because I gotta get going. A lot of people have to go to, is one of the best practices in networking is to your good friend probably signed you up, right? You signed up, but that good friend might have gotten started yesterday, has no idea, or 5 minutes ago, and doesn't really know. It's important to understand your LOS, your line of sponsorship. So we're also going to do interview style.
Your LOS, that's like a new fancy business term for upline.
Here on Zoom and live stream it over to Facebook. So you can invite someone to a Zoom, and if they don't make it because they say, I'm busy Saturday at noon or Tuesday at 7 o'clock or whenever the Zoom is, right? It's still there on Facebook. Like this is here right now on Facebook, and I didn't really even have to record it. I meant to record it. I forgot to, so I'll just record it from Facebook. So if there's any more questions, I'll take them. Otherwise, I will go do my workout. I've been speaking longer than I should to avoid working out, but I know I have to do it anyway. So let's do that. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys and gals. And if you need anything, let me know. And if you're watching this as a guest, I want to.
Woo! That was a doozy of Vince trying to tell us that this new company is different than other MLMs, which yes, it is different, because it is a literal pyramid scheme, in my opinion. So if somebody approaches you about this and tells you that precious metals is a great thing to invest in, and here's why I did it, just keep your ears open, your eyes open, see the red flags, and then maybe try to tell them that this is not a good idea. But yeah, I am going to drop the behindmlm.com, the link of their so the article that they did on so the the information that's on behindmlm.com is really good, all about this website, and not all about this website, all about this company. And I am going to link it down below in the description, so that way you guys can easily access it and see what's going on here. They definitely dive deep into like company history and all that stuff, like the CEO's history and all that. So great place, great source for more information about this company. If you are curious about more information. And yeah, so my dogs are yelling at me, so I'm going to go. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, or whenever it is that you're watching this. And yeah, don't get scammed. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.